everyone, I'm Caroline Joe and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be moving through a feel-good yoga flow that's designed to help you relax, release, and recharge. This 20-minute practice is perfect for the morning or any time you feel like you need an energetic reset and a moment to reconnect with yourself. Whether you're just waking up or seeking a shift in your energy, this flow offers us a space to reconnect with ourselves and return to the present moment. As we begin, we can start off here in Sukhasana or a comfortable sitting position, maybe offering a blanket and placing it underneath our sit bones to add a little bit of a lift to the pelvis. Palms can be faced up or down, depending if we want to receive energy or more grounding energy this morning. And we'll just start by taking some deep breaths to center ourselves and to find ourselves within our body. As we begin, starting just with some neck circles here, just taking our neck and rolling it side to side, almost like we're drawing a moon out in front of us with our nose. Our circles can be however big or however small they feel, just bringing some movement to the upper part of our body here. Maybe we pause and rock out certain spots side to side. And then on an inhale, switching directions and going the other way. And on an inhale, starting to bring our right ear towards our right shoulder, left hand placed on the mat next to us. Feeling the stretch from our right ear down towards our fingertips. Feeling the energy as it moves throughout our body. And then tucking our chin and rocking our head over towards the left side. Feeling the stretch on the left side of our body now. Breathing into the space. Letting the muscles relax. And then rocking the head out side to side. On an inhale, we can sweep our hands up over our head. Right hand can be placed down on the mat. Left hand reaches over. Side body stretch. Breathe into the body. Feel the chest open up, gaze can follow towards the sky. On an inhale, bring both hands up to center, release the left palm down towards the floor, reach over with the right. Breathe into the body as it opens up. Feel your rib cage expand here. Start to pull both hands up over our head, give a full spinal stretch, and on an exhale, pull our arms down to cactus arms. Inhale, push them up. Exhale, pull them down here, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Push them back up. On an exhale, pull them back down to cactus arms. Feel your heart chakra open up. Continue the movements of cactus arms here. Breathing into the body, following your breath. And on an inhale here, reaching up nice and tall. And then left hand can drop towards the right knee, right hand behind us, spinal twist. Breathe into the body, give oxygen to each and every one of your vertebrae here. On an inhale, starting to pull both hands up over our head. And on an exhale, bringing that right hand down towards the left knee. Left hand reaches out behind us, spinal twist here. Again, breathing into the spine. And affirming to ourselves to listen to our body throughout our practice today and to do what feels good in it. And on an inhale, reaching up, palms go together. Exhale, pull your hands down through heart center. And taking a moment to maybe set an intention or state what you're grateful for. Maybe returning to this thought whenever we need a moment to find our breath or to find our presence in the moment throughout our practice today. We can take our feet and bring them out in front of us into Tadasana or our staff pose here, maybe giving a little kick out of the feet or the rock of the ankles just to get rid of some stagnant energy. And on an inhale, reaching up tall, and exhale, folding forward. Forward seated fold here, grabbing the ankles or maybe the tops of the toes. And with every exhale, think of pulling our head to meet our toes and lengthening the spine rather than rounding the spine to meet our knees. Maybe rocking side to side here to soothe ourselves. And staying here for a few breaths, making sure to breathe into our legs. And on an inhale, slowly walking yourself back up. And then taking your time, making your way onto your mat, maybe removing the block or blanket that you've been sitting on. And meeting me here in our tabletop position, making sure our hands are stacked under our shoulders, knees under our hips. Bringing some movement into the full body here, maybe wagging the tail or swaying side to side. We'll start to move into some cat and cow. So on an inhale, bringing our gaze up. And on an exhale, tucking the chin, rounding the spine. Inhale, lift your gaze up. Exhale, round through the spine. Cat-cows. Moving through a few more of these with our breath and our own pace. And now listening to the body, maybe adding some movement in a little bit of a different way with some spinal waves or swaying the hips, or maybe moving up and down our mat. Just bringing movement into the full body, really giving oxygen to the areas that need it. Moving with our breath, doing whatever feels best for our body in this present moment. And when you're ready, slowly starting to walk our hands out in front of us and bring our forehead down towards the mat, meeting me in puppy's pose here. Our hips stay lifted above the ground. Option here to maybe take the chin towards the mat if you want to feel the stretch a little bit deeper between our shoulder blades. Just breathing into the body here in puppy pose. And when you're ready, just slowly sitting our hips down into child's pose. Taking a moment to rock out our forehead, massage your third eye. Breathe into the body. Let your body sit here and relax in child's pose. And on your next inhale, starting to pick yourself up into tabletop. And then bringing our right foot, we'll kick it out towards the side here. And then just starting to rock back and forth. Slowly opening up our hips, bring some movement into them. Letting them release as we rock back and forth. And then on an inhale, taking your right hand and reaching it up towards the sky. Exhale, start to thread the needle down and through. Left hand can move up, or maybe it goes into a bind. Breathe into your thread the needle here. Feel your hips open, as well as your chest. And then starting to push back into the mat. Unthread your needle, reach up towards the sky, and then drop that right hand back towards the mat. Bring your right foot in, tabletop. On an inhale, bring that left leg now out. And again, just rocking back and forth here. Feeling what your body needs, honoring each side of the body is a little different. So one might be a little bit more tight. On an inhale, bringing that left hand up. Exhale, bring it down, thread the needle through. Breathe into the hip and the spine. Letting your body release and relax here. Let go of what no longer serves you. And be present within this pose, noticing how your body feels. And as we come out of this pose, lifting that left hand up towards the sky to revolve that tabletop, and then bringing our left leg back in to meet our right. Finding our balance here in tabletop, maybe adjusting until we're comfortable, and then starting to tuck our toes and push into the mat with our hands, bringing ourselves up into downward facing dog here. Give a little bit of a walk out of the legs, bend each knee in. See what feels good. On an inhale, start to kick the right foot up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that right foot down. Drop the left knee, lizard pose here. Maybe grabbing some blocks to add a little bit of a lift into this pose here and to also distribute the weight better in our hip here. Taking a deep breath in on our lizard, exhale it back into a half split pose. Inhale, pull yourself back to lizard. Exhale, back to half split. And now at your own pace and with your own breath, start to just move through a few of these lizard to half splits, really moving with our breath and listening to our body. When you find yourself back into a lizard pose, start to move the blocks to the side, and then pick up your left leg and reach back with your right hand, twizzard. Feel the stretch in your quad muscle, let it go, and then start to kick your right foot back to meet your left, downward facing dog. Walking your feet out and readjusting yourself here in this pose as we start to kick up our left foot and then bring it all the way down towards our mat. Lizard pose, drop that right knee and lift yourself up using blocks or placing your hands into the mat. Letting our hips really sink into this pose and release. Take a deep breath in, and on that exhale, pull yourself back into a half split. And on that inhale, return back to lizard. As you start to move through one pose to the next here, honor that each side of our body is different. So these poses might look different here and on your right side, and that is okay. Honor what your body needs. Be here in the present moment. Breathe into each asana that we do. And when you're ready, start to move the blocks to the side. Pick up our right foot and reach back with our left hand. Twizzard pose here. Breathe into the body. Send it all the way down through the legs. As we start to place our hands back on the mat, kick your left foot back, downward facing dog. Take a moment to let your body feel this posture. And slowly start to walk your feet up to meet your hands and into a forward fold. Take your time here. Maybe starting to sway our hips side to side and bring some movement through the whole body. Maybe grabbing our elbows with our hands and into a ragdoll position, letting that body grow heavy. And when you're ready, placing our hands back on the mat and widening our stance. Taking our time, walking our hands over to the right side of our mat, and on an inhale, reaching up with our left arm, reach towards the sky, feel your chest open up here. And on an exhale, we can start to take our hand and bring it down towards the mat and walk our hands over to the left side. And on an inhale, take your right hand and bring it up towards the sky, feeling your chest open up. Finding a place in your room that isn't moving, maybe look at that object to help with balance. Feel your strength through stillness here. And on an exhale, release that left hand down towards the floor here, letting yourself sway side to side in your wide-legged forward fold. And on an inhale, start to shift your weight over to the right side and sit down into a side lunge here. Maybe placing a block under you to take a little bit of the pressure off the hip here and to add a little bit more support. Breathing into the hips and the legs here, let them release and relax. And slowly start to push back into the mat to lift yourself back into a wide-legged fold. And then sit yourself back down into that side lunge on the left side, placing the block under you for some support. Again, breathing into the hips and the legs here. Let them release and let go. Our hips hold a lot of emotions and stress. So let them let go, let them be. And on an inhale, again, starting to pick yourself up here, and then slowly starting to shimmy our feet back into a forward fold. And on an inhale here, starting to pick ourselves all the way up, palms come together, And as we exhale, slowly start to sit down into Malasana or a yogi squat here. Get comfortable in this pose. Option to always place a block underneath us for some support. And on an inhale here, start to drop the right hand down towards the floor and lift up with the left hand to add a little bit of a revolved into your Malasana. On an exhale, drop that left hand and then breathe in as we reach up with the right, adding a little bit more to Malasana here. And then returning your right hand back towards the floor, bringing palms to heart center. Slowly release them and make your way down onto your mat, however is comfortable. And when you're ready, start to lay back onto your back and extending your legs all the way out and then bringing your arms up above your head here. Give yourself a nice full body stretch, thanking ourselves for this practice. And then bringing our hands down and pulling our right knee in towards our chest. With our right hand, we'll help guide our knee in doing some hip circles here. As we release that, we can take our left hand to help guide over our right knee. Right hand extends out, supine twist here. Option here to take a block or blanket and place it under your knee to take a little bit of the pressure off our hip or our back. Breathe into the body. Really let yourself release and relax. On an inhale, pull that right knee back and then let it go down towards the floor as you bring the left knee in and starting to guide it into some hip circles here. Doing what feels good in our body and moving slowly. On an inhale, have that right hand guide that left knee over. Extend that left hand out here into our supine twist. Taking a moment to do a full body scan, seeing where in our body feels lighter, or maybe noticing that our mind feels a little bit more still. Maybe noticing the energy shift in our body and how we were able to remove anything that no longer serves us. On an inhale, bring that left leg in as well as the right, and then slowly starting to drop our legs down into our Baddha Konasana or our reclined butterfly pose here. Placing one hand on the belly and one on the chest, just taking some deep breaths, noticing our body, noticing the here and now. Maybe bringing that intention or what we're grateful for back into the center part of our mind. And just breathing into that thought, giving it love, giving it energy, giving it peace. And when you're ready, bringing your knees back up and then bringing them in towards your chest, wrapping your arms around your knees. Give yourself a little bit of a hug here and start to massage the back out side to side, doing what feels good, giving the back a little bit of a roll out here. And then when you're ready, lifting yourself back up and meeting me back into Sukhasana or a comfortable sitting position. Take your time. Getting comfortable here and maybe bringing some small movements back into the body just to bring ourselves back into this present moment. And on an inhale, start to reach our arms up over our head here. Palms go together. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. And as we close our practice today, noticing how we feel now compared to how we felt when we began. We've taken time to relax our body, release what no longer serves us, and recharge our energy. Thank you for practicing with me today. And as we go with peace. Namaste.